Hello, young humans. It's me, your old friend, Michael Chabon. I'm here for story time. And it's a rainy day here in Berkeley, California, where I am. I'll be quiet. Maybe you can hear the rain. Can you hear that rain? It's falling on the skylight here in my studio where I work, where I write my books and TV shows and the things that I write. And it's also where I read to you every day. And today we're going to continue with the part 2 of A Great Big Ugly Man Came Up and Tied His Horse to Me. I hope you enjoyed part 1. Sorry, I kind of had to dash out of there yesterday because I ran out of time. But we should have time to finish this one today. So we're going to just jump right in with A Great Big Ugly Man Came Up and Tied His Horse to Me, illustrated by Wallace Tripp. If you are a gentleman, as I suppose you be, you'll neither laugh nor smile at the tickling of your knee. There is the gentleman. He is a pig, a real pig, and he's wearing a suit, smoking a cigar. And there is someone who looks like it's a rabbit person trying to clean up, and they're tickling his knee. And look how hard he's trying not to laugh. There was a man, and his name was Dob. And he had a wife, and her name was Mob. And he had a dog, and he called it Cobb. And she had a cat called Chitterabob. Cobb, says Dob. Chitterabob, says Mob. Cobb was Dob's dog. Chitterabob, Mob's cat. That is a silly one, huh? And look at that picture. There's Bob, Dob and Mob, and Chitterabob and Cobb. And the pets are bigger than the people. Bow, wow, wow, whose dog art thou? Little Tom Tinker's dog. Bow, wow, wow. These are like nursery rhymes. A lot of them are like nursery rhymes. They sound like nursery rhymes. That sounds like peas porridge hot in its cadence, in its rhythm. See? There's the dog. They're ones that we don't know so well. Hark! The herald angels sing, Beechams Pills are just the thing. Peace on earth and mercy mild, 2 for man and 1 for child. Oh, sounds like it was an advertisement for Beechams Pills. I don't know what Beechams Pills are, but here is the man coming through town with his wagon full of musicians. It's like a parade. Look at this cool picture. I love these little animal creatures. These animals who dress like people and act like people. And you can see, look, this book is so loved up. It's falling apart. An epicure. Epicure is someone who loves really fancy food. This is a limerick, by the way. Remember the limericks we had yesterday? Here's a limerick. An epicure dining at Crewe found quite a large mouse in his stew. Said the waiter, "Don't shout and wave it about, or the rest will be wanting one too." I think that's true. If you found a mouse in your stew in a restaurant, look at the expression on the bear's face. He found a mouse in his stew. That's the waiter. An old gray horse stood on the wall, as daft as he was high. He had no fear of falling down. He thought he was a fly. Daft means cuckoo. See the horse? He thinks he's a fly, and because he thinks he's a fly, he thinks he can stick to walls. And guess what? He can. Sometimes if you believe something hard enough, it comes true, I guess. Dickery, dickery, dare. The pig flew up in the air. The man in brown soon brought him down. Dickery, dickery, dare. Look at this. Is that a cool picture? Those are airplanes from World War I. That's a biplane, and that is a triplane. Tri means three, right? Like tricycles have 3 wheels. Triangles have 3 sides and 3 ankles. And a triplane has 3 sets of wings. And a biplane has 2. You can see this one is kind of smushed up. And they used those kinds of airplanes about 100 years ago. And there's the pig who flew up in the air. If you know the movie Porco Rosso, the Miyazaki movie, it's about a pig who flies around in an airplane, sort of like this. I always wondered if maybe Miyazaki had seen this book. Ah, lovely Devon, where it rains 8 days out of 7. That's a lot of rain, huh? That's Devon, is a place in England. Look how rainy it is. 8 days out of 7. That is a lot. There are only 7 days in a week. How can it rain 8? And there's another rhyme going on down at the bottom of the page for the same illustration, which I will read to you now. It says, rain on the green grass and rain on the tree. Rain on the housetop, but not on me. Why is the rain not on him? Well, in my case, it's because I'm in my studio. I'm nice and warm inside. But in the case of this little creature, he's tucked under a mushroom. Safe and dry. That looks pretty cozy. He's got a little thermos. He's having a little cup of tea or coffee or some hot drink. He's got the picnic basket. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. They mean a horseshoe, by the way. Those are put in with nails into the horse's hoof. It doesn't hurt, I don't think. I mean, I never actually asked a horse, but that's what they say. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. So when they say for want of, it means because it was missing. So because there was no nail, the horseshoe fell off the horse. Because the horseshoe fell off the horse threw his rider. Because the rider was thrown off of his horse, the battle was lost. Because the battle was lost, the kingdom was lost, and all of those things were lost just because of one little tiny nail. That's kind of a useful thing to remember. Sometimes one small thing can have a big outcome on the world. And let's look at the picture that illustrates this. It's a full page. It's pretty spectacular. So there is the battle that was lost. You can see these knights, medieval knights in armor. Beautifully drawn horses. And here is the king's party with all of his men. And here's the king with his horse. I'll try to get in close. The one that lost the nail threw the rider. And I'll tell you what they're saying in this balloons right here. They're saying, one of the king's men is saying, perhaps, sire, you would consider using a different horse. And the king is saying, impossible. And this guy by the wagon is saying to that one who's driving the wagon, he's saying, I thought you packed the nails. So I guess these are the guys who were supposed to bring the horseshoe nails, but they didn't. And because of all that, the battle was lost. Here lies the body of Jonathan Pound, who was lost at sea and never found. Well, why? If this is Jonathan Pound, that turtle What happened? Is he really lost at sea? It looks like he's having a great time on his desert island. He's got his umbrella, his radio, his sunglasses. He's okay. I am a pretty wench, and I come a great way hence, and sweethearts I can get none. But every dirty sow can get sweethearts enow, and I, pretty wench, can never get a one. That's a funny one. Let's skip that one. I don't even like the picture, and I don't feel like explaining what it means. Here's one. Saint Dunstan, as the story goes, once pulled the devil by the nose with red-hot tongs which made him roar that could be heard 10 miles or more. So let's check out old Saint Dunstan. He was a pretty powerful saint. A saint is a holy person. Saint Dunstan, as the story goes, once pulled the devil by the nose with a pair of red-hot tongs. And look, the devil does not look very happy about that, does he? And there's Saint Dunstan. Kind of looks like me, right? With the beard. I have a hood and cloak like that too. Of a sort. Hanna Pantry in the pantry, gnawing at a mutton bone. How she gnawed it, how she clawed it, when she found herself alone. Here's Hanna Pantry in the pantry. There's a party going on, and all these people are taking really good care of themselves and eating really fancy food. And they have plenty to eat. And poor Hanna Pantry, who's a servant who works for them, has to content herself with this bone that she gnaws on in the pantry. That's not fair. 6 little mice sat down to spin. Pussy passed by, and she peeped in. "What are you doing, my little men?" "Making coats for gentlemen." "Shall I come in and cut off your threads?" "No, no, Miss Pussy, you'll bite off our heads." "Oh, no, I'll not. I'll help you spin." "That may be so, but you don't come in." See, the mice are all in their house working on spinning threads. And the cat comes by and offers to help them. And the mice don't trust her, do they? Would you trust the cat if you were a little mouse? But they're still polite. They say, "No, thank you. We got this." 3 little mice ran up the stairs to hear Miss Blodgett say her prayers. When Miss Blodgett said, "Amen," the 3 little mice ran down again. There was a rat, for want of stairs, went down a rope to say his prayers. There you see Miss Blodgett saying her prayers, the mice who came up to see her. And here is the rat using a rope to get up there. This is the last one in this book. When I was a little boy, I had but little wit. 'Tis a long time ago, and I have no more yet, nor ever, ever shall, until that I die. For the longer I live, the more fool am I. And here's the picture that goes with this. There's a fool. A fool is sort of like a joker. It's an entertainer who entertains kings and powerful men. There's the powerful man. And sometimes it's good to be a fool if it means that you keep your innocence. And that is the end of A Great Big Ugly Man Came Up and Tied His Horse to Me. I loved reading it to you. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be kind, have fun. Bye.